good morning and happy Mother's Day from the Soul Sister channel on this Sunday, May the 12th. My name is Kat. I've got your astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today through Saturday, May the 18th. This week's video is entitled Love at First Sight, but that's not where we're going to start. We're going to start with Mother's Day. Let's land on Mother's Day for a minute. So, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. This is our special day to thank those wonderful people who nurture and care for us, brought us up, and it's a day to celebrate that. So, all of us who are lucky enough to get to be with our mothers today, that is a wonderful thing. Now, however, not all of us, A, have mothers around anymore. B, some of us, I did not have the best experience with our mothers growing up, did we? So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's first talk about those of us who didn't have that picture-perfect relationship with our mother in childhood. She may not have even been there, right? Okay, today is our opportunity to forgive her for all her shortcomings, whatever it was, okay? Let's just assume that she was doing the best she could with what she had. Let's let her go. Let's forgive her. Let's learn to be accountable for creating our own reality. Let's not make excuses about our own reality, blaming it on her or the relationship or whatever. Let her go. Okay, that is a big one for a lot of us. The second thing we want to do today is honor the mother within each of us. Are we nurturing ourselves? Are we supporting ourselves? Are we making sure that we are eating healthily, that we are exercising, that we're getting our rest, that we're keeping our spiritual bodies balanced and aligned? Are we doing all of that? It doesn't come from out there. We have to mother ourselves. We have to nurture ourselves. It's no one else's responsibility. So let's make a commitment on Mother's Day today to nurture and be our own mother. Let's do that. Let's celebrate the mothers that we have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's forgive all our mothers who they didn't do so well with that job description, did they? But it is what it is. And remember this, regardless of whatever our childhood story was about, there are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. And the reason is to teach us so we can learn and grow and evolve. Remember that. And let's forgive those who just weren't up to snuff, in our childhood. That's my Mother's Day spiel. Now let's get on with and what's really cool today, the moon is in Cancer as well. She's the mother, and we have some great moon connections today. She's sextiling Venus, the sun, Jupiter, and Uranus in Taurus. So we might want to take mom to a new restaurant. Maybe we want to we might want to get her something really pretty today. All Taurian energy things. Remember last week we were talking about grounded, practical, stable. Also, it's where we find our peace, where we find our alignment, where we find our balance. So, something her favorite meal. And you know what? Let's listen. If mom asks us to do something for her, I know we're all about the flowers and the candy and all that stuff, but I know for my own self, all I wanted my kids ever to do was help me plant, get all my flowers out and get them ready for the summer. And oh man, and I asked them every year, and every year I got a card. Nobody helping me in the yard. So I've been holding down to that for a long time. So think about that too. Think about something mom would really like us to do. Maybe wash her car, maybe organize and straighten something in the house. You might want to check with her first. She might not like her stuff being moved around without her knowing about it, but something like that for her today. Now, also this week, so let's get to the rest of the week. So on Monday the moon is still in Cancer, Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we do have an energy shift where Mercury joins everybody else in Taurus. Mercury's going to be joining Venus, the Sun, Uranus, and Jupiter in Taurus on Wednesday. Now, there are some it's a sketchy week as far as emotions. There's a few things going on. The moon is really prevalent at the beginning of the week, and she's making some hard aspects. She's making some hard aspects, and she's making some beneficial aspects, but they're all kind of jumbled up together. So we're going to feel kind of out of sync. And there's also a solar storm that I just found out about. And when those happen, those really can mess up our energy vibes. They come in, they mess up our internal electricity flow, our connections, our emotions. So I've noticed it myself. You're sitting there and all of a sudden you feel like, I felt like agitated. And I'm like, well, I don't have anything agitated. What's going on? So it was really cool to find out that there's event happening out there that's actually affecting what's going on in here. So just be aware of that. If we have any feelings coming in and we're not really sure what's going on, just let them move through and keep on going, because that's what happens. It just dissipates and then it moves on. So that's kind of interesting, but it's kind of going to be there. Not just the solar storm, but just the moon, and she's liking you for a minute, and then she's giving you a bitch slap the next minute, So I think what we should do this week is stay just keep our nose to the grindstone, do our work, stay focused. With the moon in Cancer on the first couple of days of the week, everyone is going to be coming from if they're not balanced, they're going to be coming from the negative side of that Cancerian energy, manipulation and control. So look for that in the outer world, people trying to get us to buy into their stories through manipulation, or even us. We can do it too. We can use our power to try to manipulate and control others. So watch out for that. But we're feeling just a little out of kilter. And so just kind of go with the flow and just do our work and stay as close to our routine as possible. On Wednesday, Mercury goes into Taurus. And at the end of Wednesday, the moon moves from Cancer into Virgo. So now we have some real earthy, grounded, stable energy to carry us through the end of the week. And you're like, so where is this love at first sight coming from, Kat? It's here. It's coming. So when with Mercury going into Taurus, we can speak and communicate in a grounded, practical way. Now, we also have the moon in Virgo, so we pay attention to the fine details. We want things organized. Everything has its own place. On the negative side, because we have all these other little emotional things going on all week. This energy could look like criticism. It can look like judgment. So the offside of this Moon Virgo energy watch out that we just don't go in to start criticizing someone, judging them.
Unresolved trauma too.
That's a
We
red
want to
flag.
control and
Let's take our
manipulate
3
others,
deep
possibly
cleansing
because we're more
breaths.
comfortable if
Let's
they
come back
fit
to
into
center,
our story.
Balance. Watch out for that.
So we can address
Okay,
whatever the
it's
situation
happening to us,
is
but let's not
in an
do that as
way.
well. Let's just take the high road, honor, be sensitive, don't compromise ourselves, and don't try to compromise the other. That is the advice for Wednesday and Thursday. We also have when the Mercury goes into Taurus, we do have a bunch of contentious squares with the moon, with all this activity in Taurus. So it's really contentious. Like I said, advice before, we might want to just stay close, keep ourselves close to our own space, our own routine, and do our work, because everyone's just a little freaking crazy out there. And then on Friday, with the moon goes into Virgo, we have a square between Mercury in Taurus and Pluto in Aquarius. So let's not get too crazy. Let's not be different just to be different at work. If we're trying to present a new project, an idea, make sure we've checked our details and we didn't miss any steps. We've got the moon in Virgo. We may be okay if we have all our ducks in a row, but it's a square, and my feeling is the boss is not excited about what we are trying to present. So we might want to hold that back until another time. But there's also this Venus in Taurus connecting with Uranus. And here it is. Uranus is expect the unexpected. Uranus is electrifying. It's electricity. Okay? So on Friday and Saturday, we have this hookup between Venus and Taurus and this Uranus energy. And so this relationship that may come into our lives, it's going to have the earth flavor. It's going to be practical, stable, long-term, not fly by night, not a one-night stand. This is a long term, and we're going to be probably minding our own business and doing la la la, and then whoa, who is that over there? It's like a shock. It's like, where did you come from? Wow, wowee. And you're there, and then, oh my God, they're walking over here. What am I going to say? Oh my God, I can't believe it. They're coming over here, and I'm so nervous. Hi. How are you? Oh, yes, your name is. It can happen. So be aware. Have our antenna up, especially Friday and Saturday. This could be the love that we've been waiting for a long time, and it's gonna come out of nowhere, seemingly. It will be unexpected, a big surprise. Now, for those of us who are in a current relationship, this is our opportunity to do something completely different out there. Take a walk on the wild side. We do have we do have the moon in Libra on Saturday. So she's moved from Virgo into Libra, and that's all about the relationship. So on Saturday, we work on our relationship, we bring balance to it, we talk to our partner, what would you like to do? The Venus is in Taurus, so even though it might be different, we don't want to, I just said we could do something completely different though, didn't I? So whatever it is, even though if it's crazy and different, it needs to be grounded, practical. And so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Let's see, what can we do that's different, but's grounded, practical, and stable? We can make a new comfort dish together. We can make a good meal together. We could do a couples massage. I like to talk about that. That's a little bit different, but it's comfortable, possibly. We could take a bubble bath together. We could binge watch a show together, something we haven't seen before. So something different, but not crazy. Okay? Even though I said that earlier, we got to bring it back to the relationship and use that Venus in Taurus, earthy, grounded energy. And don't get wishy-washy. Come up with a decision. Sometimes with this moon in Libra energy, would you like to do this? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Or would you like to do that? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Or maybe we want to do that. Okay, we could do that. Or maybe we should do this. Okay, well, sure, that's fine too. And then we end up not doing a darn thing because we can't make up our minds. There's that energy going on Saturday too. So great week ahead. We got a lot going on with the emotions. So really be aware of our emotions and where they are taking us. Sometimes they might be coming out of nowhere and we don't know what's going on. We're just going to let them move on through. Move on through. We're not going to let anyone compromise who we are, but we aren't going to use our power to compromise anyone else either. We're going to celebrate Mom, and then at the end of the week, we're going to be ready for a possible new relationship coming out of nowhere. Big surprise. Somebody we've been waiting for a long time, maybe. So let's start the week like we always do by becoming balanced, aligned, and connected to our higher selves by taking our 3 deep cleansing breaths, and then we'll say our Sun in Taurus affirmation. Let's take our 3 breaths. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. Let's take one more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, all the negativity, all the toxicity. It's all flowing out of our bodies, just flowing away. In its place, we're being filled with this beautiful white light, made up of white light, love, and goodwill. Not only does it fill our entire bodies, it also is protecting us, deflecting all evil, all low vibration, all negativity, back to wherever it came from. While we're in this space of white light connected with our higher selves, we'll say our Sun in Taurus affirmation. When I come from love, abundance, and gratitude, I can see clearly. We'll say the affirmation and then we'll stay in this space of white light connected with our higher selves for just 5 seconds. Let's say our affirmation together. When I come from love, abundance, and gratitude, I can see clearly. Good. And really, seriously, when we come from love, abundance, and gratitude, we really can't go wrong. Remember that. Drill it into our heads. Are we coming from love? Are we coming from abundance? Are we being grateful? Man, when we're using that energy, it's like magic. It opens up all those channels. We can see clearly. We understand. We understand why the other one is being so cranky. We get it. But we don't have to buy into it, you know? All right. So it's going to be an interesting week. It is all about learning and using our emotions for what they're meant to be used for, a little an intuition, getting a feel for where we're at or what's going on, not controlling our lives. And that's where we're trying to find that balance this week. And we're going to have lots of opportunity of people pushing our buttons so that we can come back to center and we don't allow others to compromise us or upset us. So let's do that this week. Come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat for my daily inspirational messages, as well as my interesting, quirky, pretty, thought-provoking memes. And remember the keynote of the Soul Sister channel, because this is really what it's all about, learning to be responsible for creating our own reality. Why? Because life is lived from the inside out. Make it a great week. Keep those emotions in tow. Use them for what they're meant for. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, including our own mother within. And I'm excited for those of us who might have that special connection at the end of the week. A little love, a little heart. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Anyway, make it a great week. Namaste.